My girlfriend confessed to using baseball bats on homeless people back in college, and I thought maybe she was joking, but she keeps saying it's true. So I've been dating my girlfriend for like 9 months. She just recently turned 26 and we were celebrating her birthday. At the end of the night we were both kind of wasted and we were talking about our craziest stories from college. She said that her boyfriend at the time and a friend group of guys and girls would sometimes go out at night and mess with homeless people. I don't just mean your casual jokes or even anything verbal, but literally beating them with bats. She also referred to them as junkies and generally dehumanizing terms about them, and she even mentioned that it was great stress relief. She can get pretty crazy sometimes and has a bit of a mean streak honestly, but it really shocked me when she said this. I thought she was joking because she was laughing while telling the story, but as I acted skeptical she kept affirming it was true. I just played along and kind of laughed thinking she was just wasted. The next day it still bothered me subconsciously, so I asked her again about it casually and she said yeah, it was true. The thing that disturbed me though was there was no remorse. She told the story like a good old times kind of story. I think if she was embarrassed about it I would have felt different. I still tried to ignore it over the next few days, but I obviously wasn't able to because I ended up researching online for information about similar crimes in that city at that time, but I couldn't find anything. Unfortunately I definitely believe her at this point though. She never does these kinds of elaborate jokes over long periods of days, plus I can just tell she's being truthful just knowing her. Anyway, like I said, it continued to bother me, so I brought it up one more time a couple days later. This time I was more serious, basically just straight up asking how she could not feel bad about that. I was honestly just curious. She got kind of mad this time. She asked me if it turns me on and that's why I keep bothering her about it. I said no, but I just couldn't imagine doing something like that myself, so that's why I'm asking. Then she started saying stuff like, why are you judging me about stuff that happened years ago? Saying it's none of my business who she slept with back then or anything else about her life. That's when it occurred to me that she might have thought I was jealous or something about her ex, since he was apparently one of the guys in that group. She might think I'm trying to guilt trip her out of jealousy related to him or something, which I'm not. But anyway, that was how it ended and I'm obviously not gonna bring it up again. Even though I honestly considered breaking up over this, I kind of saw where she was coming from in that it was a long time ago and maybe I'm being kind of an a-hole for judging her over this. I'm no saint at all, but I can't help that it bothers me. I can't look at her the same way now and I really think I should end things. Update. I just wanted to let everyone know that I broke up with my girlfriend. I absolutely do not condone any violence against unhoused people. That's the reason I asked about it, because it seriously shocked me, but then everyone turned it on me and acted like I was condoning it. I'm sorry, but it just takes a lot of time to process when you're in a relationship with someone. You can't just end it like that. Plus you know I try to be really mindful of things like shaming women for past mistakes and relationships. The last thing I want to be is one of those guys. And when she accused me of that herself, I started believing I may be wrong. But anyway, when I told her we were gonna have to break up because of what she told me, she actually looked shocked. I think she believed I was joking at first, but I straight up told her how wrong she was for doing that, which I hadn't had the courage to do before. I said how she could have even unalived one of those guys and not known it. She didn't have much to say, just looking really angry honestly. But anyway, once I showed I was serious, she started guilt tripping me about how I'm trying to shame her for her past. The same point she had made before, but in the end she started insulting me really harshly and eventually turned it around on me, and it turned into where it was like she was breaking up with me instead. Some of the things she said were really hurtful if I'm being honest, but I know she was just angry and I just have to keep reminding myself that I did the right thing. As for reporting the crimes like some people said, I did try, but I had trouble talking to a person at that police department over the phone. The phone recording tells me to file reports online. The online form asks me if I know who did the crime, and when I check yes, it tells me I have to file the report on the phone or in person. Anyway, I'm still working on that, but it seems like there's a lot of bureaucracy to go through.